Hey guys, welcome to a video. Today, due to popular demand, people on the Golf Blitz Discord like making tier lists and then everybody got mad. I thought I should step in because I think my opinion is best. That was a joke. But I think that as someone who has beaten the game twice, I would have a balanced perspective on all of the power-ups. So I would have to say that the anti-grav ball is good in some situations, but is mostly useless on a lot of open maps. So that one is a C tier power up because of its ineffectiveness on most maps. Alright, now the spider ball, I really like this one, although it is a little bit buggy sometimes and it can send balls flying. I really like it. It's a really safe way to guarantee going into the hole or not falling off an edge. Like BMing your opponent and sending them flying. It can definitely send them flying, which is why I give this an A tier power up, because spider ball is honestly pretty cool. Spider ball challenge is not fun because everybody can spider ball, but when you have elixir and you need to save up for spider ball, it's a pretty balanced power up. 6 elixir. Next we have ghost ball. I like Ghost Ball because it's useful in some situations where you're guaranteeing that nobody can hit you out of the hole. Although it isn't guaranteeing, because Ghost Ball is still affected by Repel and grenades, which is ineffective, because last time I checked, ghosts can float through walls. I don't think a grenade should send them flying. Although ghosts in Golf Blitz can't float through walls, so maybe I could be wrong. But I still think that it shouldn't be affected by anything. But I have to give it a B tier, because although it guarantees that nobody else can hit you, if you ghost ball and they go for a swish, they can swish through your ghost ball. I have done that to many people many times, where if they just hadn't ghost balled, I would have spiked them into the hole and they would have won. But because they ghost balled, I got in first and I won. So it's a B tier. It's good to fake people out on the green where you ghost ball, but also sometimes you can get hit the split second before and send you flying anyways. So I'd have to say that that is a B tier power up. Alright, next we have grenade ball. Now I have mixed opinion on this one, because sometimes it can send your opponent flying into the atmosphere and into outer space. And other times it's going to give them a little love tap and they're not going to go anywhere. It's a great BMer, but it also, in many cases, has caused people to lose because they go for a grenade ball BM and ends up just blasting their opponent ahead in the level, and then all of a sudden you're behind and down in elixir. For 6 elixir, it is a pretty good gain because it can reset people a lot. But I find that unless you hit the grenade ball right next to someone, it doesn't really do much, and it just gives them a little love tap, which is why I put this as a B tier power up. Alright, next we have sniper. As a level 50, I wouldn't use it all too much because I can pretty much swish with 13 accuracy. But for lower levels, definitely using sniper to ensure that you make that shot is a good play. And pretty much up until the last couple of levels, sniper ball plays a huge part, and even as a level 50, I use sniper ball to just ensure that I get the exact trajectory that I want, which is why I'm making this one also a B tier. It's not great for offensive. It's basically, it only edits one stat, which is your accuracy, but you can use it in tight situations to be able to thread the needle and get where you want. Alright, next we have laser ball. Now laser ball is similar to anti-grav because it can't really be used on a lot of open air maps, but laser ball is also really good on those maps that you can use it, like this hole on Snowfield, where whoever lasers first basically wins the hole. And it's a really good skip because it doesn't fall down like every other ball. It's very unique. Anti-grav doesn't fall down, but it also does curve in a parabola up. Yes, I said parabola, get on my level. But laser ball does not, so it is a very good skip if you're trying to skip a big map and it puts you very far ahead, which is why I'm making this one a B tier power up. I have a lot of B tier power ups. Well, next we got heavy. Now, the first person to do the tier said heavy was the worst power up because they didn't like it. I have to admit, Heavy was better before they nerfed it. Yes, Heavy used to cost 3 elixir, and yes, Heavy used to have the same amount of power as Sawball. And if you hit any vertical surface and fall straight down, you're going to get cooldown. Instant cooldown. It's like Sticky Ball, but it's not. And then they nerfed it, and you can't shoot it as far, and it costs 4 elixir, same as Sticky Ball. But I still enjoy it because, first off, you can use it for BMs. It's a diverse power-up. You can use Heavy Ball for BMs, send your opponents flying. You can also use it to get a faster cooldown. If you're not bouncing on the ground, instead you just hit it and slide, you're going to get a faster cooldown. And also, if you Heavy and your opponent doesn't, if they touch your Heavy, for some reason Golf Blitz makes their ball go flying for no reason. I've had so many times where I hit full power into a Heavy, and it sends me full power backwards. I'm not sure if that's how bowling balls work. Maybe it is. Everybody's going to roast me now. I don't care. I'm saying that this is an A tier power-up. That is a very good power-up for faster cooldown and BMs. Alright, now everybody's favorite, Repel Ball. Nobody's favorite. If you know somebody that says Repel Ball is their favorite power-up, do something about it. Repel Ball should never be someone's favorite power-up. Half of the time, I shoot and it gives them a little nudge and does absolutely nothing. Other times, I repel and I'm like, hey, I'm going to push them out of the hole. No, I end up pushing them into the hole. Or I end up pushing them up a curve and actually giving my opponent cooldown instead of giving me cooldown. The only time Repel Ball is good is on maps where the horizontal platform doesn't have a lip at the edge. If there's any kind of lip, Repel Ball is not going to do anything, and it might just give them cooldown faster. Which is why I put Repel Ball as a D tier power up, dude. The only time it's good is off of the tee, screwing your opponents. It is not that diverse of a power up, and you can only use it for one thing, which is affecting your opponent's ball in the air, because it does nothing once they have cooldown and are resting on the ground. Alright, well, next is Sawball. And Sawball, I have complaints about Sawball, because, like, Laser Ball doesn't get lasered by lasers, so why does Sawball get sawed by saws? It makes no sense. Those are my grievances with Sawball. And also, the thing about Sawball is that you can pretty much only use it for one thing, and that is just destroying your opponent's ball immediately. But I found this to not be useful in some scenarios. Like, if your opponent already has cooldown and you Sawball them, by the time your Sawball comes to a stop, they'll already be getting cooldown, and all of a sudden you'll have the disadvantage. So, I'm not a fan of Sawball. You guys can definitely have your own opinions. But Sawball, I'm sorry, it is a C tier power-up. I do not like it. Although I have to say that it is nice having more power, but it also has less accuracy. So I just decided to cut it. It's a C tier power-up. Pretty much only has one use, and it doesn't really help you get that far ahead. Next we have Shield Ball. Now Shield Ball is interesting, and I also have grievances about Shield Ball as well, because Shield Ball doesn't get sawed by saws, either in-game or the power-up, doesn't get yeeted by grenades, but for some reason, Repel Ball still affects it. Although Repel Ball doesn't do anything to it, it still affects it, and it shouldn't do that. And also, Shield Ball bounces on water, yeah, but how many times have you used a Shield Ball bounce to get to the hole? I know that there are a few holes in the game where you can do that and it's more reliable, but honestly, the only time you Shield Ball is when Saw Ball or Grenade Ball are in play. Otherwise, you aren't going to use Shield Ball, and you are going to use every other power-up that you can. Which is why I'm putting Shield Ball as a C tier power-up, because it is pretty much useless on most holes unless Grenade or Saw Ball are in play. Alright, next we have Space Ball. Now, Space Ball is pretty cool. It's like Laser Ball, but it doesn't go as far, and it costs 4 elixir, while Laser Ball costs 6. But it is nice because it can stop in midair and just hover. One thing I do not like about Space Ball is that if everybody Space Balls, because that is the strategy, the first person to get cooldown can hit everybody else out of the way, because Space Ball does nothing, pretty much nothing, to a ball's inertia. So if he shoots it and hits them, he can hit all 3 of them down and put them all 1 shot behind him or 2 shots behind him, and then they'll have to use 4 more elixir to spaceball again, while he can just shoot into the hole. But spaceball is also nice when you are trying to shortcut, but if there is a spaceball shortcut, everybody is going to do it. There are barely any spaceball shortcuts where people can miss the fact that you can spaceball and get to the hole. It's either you can spaceball on this map, or why are you spaceballing on this map, you know? So I have to say that spaceball is a D tier power-up. It's really not that great. If you get hit with spaceball, it will take you 12 years to get cooldown again, because it just moves so slow. And also, it's very inaccurate. Like, if I'm trying to thread the needle to get to the hole, odds are that I'm going to miss and end up in a worse spot than where I was. Next, we have Speedball. Now, hear me out. I say Speedball is better than Super Speed, because it costs half the elixir, but is 2/3 the speed. So, Speedball is 200% speed, whereas Super Speed is 300% speed. But Super Speed costs twice as much as Speedball, but it's not twice as fast. Also, as someone who has beat the game twice, I say beating the game as in getting a level 50. Having Speedball upgraded with speed at a lower level will help you win pretty much every single hole. Whenever you have enough elixir for Speedball, you should Speedball, because it just puts you so far ahead of everybody else with one speed that you pretty much can't lose. That's why I'm going to have to say Speedball is an S tier power-up. Speedball has been with you the entire game, and you still use it, even as a level 50. If there is Super Speed and Speedball in play, I guarantee all the level 50s in that match will use Speedball in every shot rather than use Super Speed on one shot, because it just gets you there faster. Alright, well now we have Super Speed, and I already listed why I have mixed feelings about Super Speed, you know, because it costs twice as much elixir, but it's not twice as fast as Speedball. It is a very nice power-up, and it can send people flying if you hit them with it. Because in Golf Blitz, speed equals power. So even though it's not a super ball or a powerful ball like grenade or heavy, it is moving very fast, and Golf Blitz interprets that as it's going to send someone flying, which it does. It can send people flying. But it is unlocked late in later levels, and it costs a lot of elixir to use. Like, you'll probably only get to use it once or twice in a hole. If you're using it 3 times in a hole, you're playing that hole incorrectly. And which is why I am putting Super Speedball as a C tier power-up. If you're not going to be using it. You might use it once in a hole, but you're going to use it on the same shot everybody else does, so it doesn't give you that much of an advantage over them. You can use it to send people flying, but if you save up the Super Speed to send someone flying on the green, odds are that they are going to Super Speed earlier in the game and get so far ahead of you that you waiting to get to the green to Super Speed will not make a difference, and you will still lose. Alright, well now we have the classic Sticky Ball. Alright, so Sticky Ball has been with you pretty much the entire game. You unlock it at level 5, and that is when you start playing everybody with Elixir Boost who can sticky to the wall and sticky to the hole before you, and that is why you start to lose. I'm not a fan of that, but it is what it is. But Sticky Ball, really, you never stop using it. You never, like, Sniper Ball, you slowly, as you get higher level, you stop using that power-up because you stop needing it because you have more accuracy and you'd rather spend your elixir on other stuff. Sticky Ball, nothing like it. You're going to use it to get faster, like instantaneous cooldown. You can sticky to the wall to skip entire levels. It is a crazy diverse power-up that you can use in many situations. You can use it for putting on the green. Because if someone BMs into you and you sticky back into them, you are going to send them flying and you will get instant cooldown. Same with just on normal ground. If you sticky into someone, you will get instant cooldown while they're still falling into the void, and you'll get 2 shots ahead. Which is why I make Sticky an S tier power up, dude. Very diverse, very good power up. I have to say I'm a fan. Alright, now we have Super Ball, IPG Super Ball, and I have to say that Super Ball I really like, but it can be a little bit of, it can have a little bit of RNG with it. Like, if there's a hole where you are using Super Ball, most of the time you are using that Super Ball to get closer to the hole, and a lot of the time there will be that one person that gets a very unlucky bounce, or Super Balls, and ends up getting hit into the water, and all of a sudden they're super far behind, and they can't do anything about it. So, it's really fun, but really RNG, and which is why I'm making it a B tier power-up. You know? Because you pretty much can only use it in 3 situations. Skipping across the map, BMing someone, and you pretty much can only use it in 2 situations. Wait, my bad. You know, you can pretty much only use Super Ball in 3 situations. One is skipping the entire map to get to the hole or almost to the hole. The second one is BMing people, because it has a lot of power. And the third one is using it for very small, precise shots on gym. But other than that, and I'm pretty sure that most people only use the first 2, because the third one is just stupid. Why would anybody do that? Which is why I'm making this a B tier power-up. Alright, and last but not least, we have everybody's favorite power-up, dude. All the level 45s love this power-up. I can't tell you enough how excited they are to finally unlock Tunnel, so that then they can get Elixir boosted on by level 50s and ladder. Dude, that's the best experience ever. But Tunnel Ball, it pretty much only has one or 2 uses. One is shooting off the tee, and whoever has more Elixir will probably win. Unless you get lucky and swish, which is an aspect I hate about Tunnel Ball, where you shoot at the hole, they shoot at the hole. Their trajectory is barely different from yours. You miss, they swish, game over. I hate that. It's really not fun to wait an entire second and then wait 3 seconds for your Tunnel Ball to burrow through the ground just to have your opponent swish and have no green battle for the win. Like, there's no skill involved with Tunnel, pretty much. I take that back. Like, there is a little bit of skill involved with Tunnel, but swishing a Tunnel takes no skill at all. You can't purposely swish a Tunnel Ball. You are going to hope that it swishes, but you can do nothing to guarantee that it swishes. Another issue with Tunnel Ball is that if you have plus 5 Elixir, and you're playing a level 50 with plus 6 Elixir, odds are that you are going to lose the hole, because they will probably have a higher level Tunnel Ball, and they will be able to shoot it 1 Elixir point before you. That'll give them a really big lead. If they can get cooldown before you've even finished tunneling and gotten to the green, they can definitely win the hole. And I also have a few grievances about Tunnel Ball. So one of them is when you're tunneling, there's a period of time where your ball is tunneling, so its speed gets slowed, but it is still not fully in the terrain. And in that time, if someone hits you, it will send you flying. Dude, you thought that getting hit by super speed or heavy ball sent you flying? No, this is a whole nother level. It'll send someone out of the top barrier of the map if you hit them hard enough. So yeah, Tunnel is a not too diverse of a power-up, but it is really interesting and brings a whole new level of strategy and Elixir boost to the game, and which is why I'm going to make Tunnel Ball an A tier power-up. Don't yell at me, I know that this is unheard of, somebody putting Tunnel Ball as a higher tier power-up, but first off, A tier was looking kind of empty, and second off, if you think about it, Tunnel Ball is a really interesting and strategic power-up. Do I use it now? Do I use it later? I also don't like Tunnel because it costs 9 Elixir, so you pretty much only have 1 chance at a Tunnel shot in a game. So if you tunnel and you get a bad bounce and go into water, then pretty much game over for you as long as your opponent hits the shot. Like, if I do that and I miss, dude, I'm putting down my phone. I'm not even looking because I know that I'm losing. Don't yell at me. I know this is unheard of. Somebody ranking Tunnel Ball as a high tier power-up. Hear me out. Tunnel Ball is a very diverse power-up, and it brings a whole new level of gameplay to the game, whereas other power-ups such as Heavy Ball and Super Speed Ball don't really bring much new things to the game. There's no new strategies that you can do with it. Whereas with tunnel ball, you have to think, do I shoot off the tee? Do I get over here where I can have a better shot? Is that worth it? Will they be able to shoot by then? You have to think about so much more, and it separates the casuals from the gamers. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching my Golf Blitz Power Up tier list video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you agree with all of them. And yeah, let me know if you like this, and I might do one later. Submit me some skins to rank, and I'll do those if you like them. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.